rolling hills of Beaton, Texas, there's a graveyard, cemetery. It's overrun, raggedy. You might see a gravestone here and there. There are over 400 bodies buried here. The people buried here were thought to be no less than a donkey or a horse. This is where slaves were buried. My fellow Toastmasters, constituents, and guests, for 250 years, America has benefited from the slave trade. When it seemed like it was about to end, the same people who had spent and made millions of dollars to keep slavery were willing to spend billions to get rid of slavery. I want you to remember a name, Francis Galton. Has anyone in this room ever heard of the name Francis Galton? Francis Galton is the father of eugenics. Eugenics, if you use the old Swahili word, is called the maafa. It's about slavery. Francis Galton made his fortune off of the slave trade and his family, all of his ancestors. And now they were in a panic. What would we do with 4 million uneducated, unskilled slaves? Taxes would go up. Crime would go up. What would we do, America? They came up with the program eugenics. Eugenics is the sterilization of black people. This went on from the 30s to the last sterilization was 1983. There was an undercover investigation done at Planned Parenthood in Los Angeles, approximately 1985. They didn't know that these white people were good white people. They didn't like what you had done. They set up cameras. And what they found outside of Planned Parenthood was 17,000 dead babies. Suffer not the little children. Out of the 17,000 fetuses they found in the dumpster of the Los Angeles Planned Parenthood, 15,000 were black babies. I want you to remember another name, Margaret Sanger. Has anybody ever heard her name? You've heard her name. Margaret Sanger is the founder of the American Birth Control Association, also the publisher of the Birth Control Review. Margaret Sanger was proud of saying that she had been invited 12 times to speak at the Ku Klux Klan rally in New Jersey. When you go to your voting polls, consider these weren't your everyday white people. These were the elitists, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies. I want you to remember another name, Madison Grant. Madison Grant was the director of the Zoological Association in the Bronx. He did a survey, a poll, experiment. He put an African man, 20 years old, Odabinga, in a cage with a orangutan. And he was showing the similarities that this boy was no different than this orangutan. Note this, remember this. Francis Galton is the cousin of Charles Darwin. We know his theory. There are a few books I would like for you to read. The Rising of the Great Race. I want you to remember the names Madison Grant, Francis Galton, Margaret Sanger. This went on for 200, 300 years. It's still going on now. These elitists were wise enough to know not all white people are going to go along with this. Racial genocide. So they had a program where if you were on food stamps, welfare, fixed income, and we came to your poor neighborhood, you would be sterilized or we'll cut off your benefits. The youngest noted sterilization was 8 years old. This is what America has done. The American Birth Control Association was funded by the United States Congress. I want you to investigate, study everything I've said, and see if it falls short. When you go to your polls, consider Hillary Clinton. She funded Planned Parenthood. She knows about Margaret Sanger. The Democrats, and I'm not trying to get you to vote for anybody, I'm just enlightening you, educating you to the facts of America. Her and Bill Clinton, they wrote big checks for what they called pro-choice right. And please, don't get it twisted. Our black leaders, we've never had a shortage of sellout black leaders. Jesse Jackson, when he needed money for his campaign, he flipped. Before, no abortions in the black community, no Planned Parenthood, no, we won't go for it. When he needed money, he knew the eugenics, he knew the Rockefellers, he knew. And all of a sudden, I believe a woman should have a choice. Wait a minute, you said it was just murder. Suffer not the little children. So I want to leave you with that. I want that to marinate, permeate your mind. And think about it. Suffer not the little children. For if Hitler had his way, I would have never met you, Nancy. You found out you have Jewish blood. And I want to thank each and every last one of you. Eugenics. Suffer not the little children. Thank you.
All right. All right.